Many millions of dollars are financed, lent, or borrowed using capital assets, intellectual property, or other personal property to underwrite the value of the loan or the lease. The lender or funder reads the total value in the appraisal report, and if it's sufficient, closes the document and proceeds with the transaction.
The first person to thoroughly read the appraisal report is usually the lawyer for one of the litigants. Why is it that thousands of dollars can be spent on an appraisal report which no one reads? Recently, an appraiser called a bailiff to a manufacturer's premises to appraise the assets of a company who had borrowed close to $1 million and then reneged on a loan.
The lender had an appraisal report to support the loan made less than a year earlier. Once the assets had been reviewed, there was less than $10,000 worth of value in the equipment.
All the equipment listed in the appraisal was there. Clearly the appraisal was not credible. The bailiff tried contacting the original appraiser, only to find he was non-existent. The bank's account manager claimed he had reviewed the appraisal and was satisfied that it supported the loan of close to $1 million.
What happened? Clearly, no one had read and understood the appraisal report. They merely found the value that suited them and moved on. Had they read the appraisal report, they would have known that the appraisal report was not credible. The original appraiser claimed to be certified and belonged to a number of accrediting associations. None of the associations had ever heard of him. Unfortunately, this is more common than most people suspect.
It's fascinating that so much money can be lent using appraisal reports which are never read or properly understood. Against the background of broad-based erosion of public trust, the appraisal standards community is forever ratcheting up the requirements and qualifications for properly certified appraisers. This in order to keep the appraiser's opinions relevant and meaningful. The fact that appraisal users such as bankers, lessors and other lending institutions appear not to make the effort to understand the appraisal report makes much of this effort a waste of time. Only when the disputes arise does the appraisal report become meaningful. Then of course it is often too late.
So what to do? The first and easiest step is to get a reliable, independent second opinion. This can often take the form of a simple review by a knowledgeable, experienced, and properly certified appraiser. Secondly, the lender can gain an understanding of how to read an appraisal report. It is also useful for appraisal users to understand the Uniform Standards of Appraisal Practice, better known as USPAP, required of all properly certified personal property appraisers. To assist, we have written a series of articles and created a YouTube series for users of appraisals to help them understand the report they are reviewing. A trusted, independent second opinion is always worth a small investment. Call us